Hi there, and welcome to my channel. This is Miguel Martinez Juarez. Today I'm going to talk about a story on how Neville Goddard used the law. The last episode was on how Neville Goddard learned how to use the law. This is a story of how he used the law, okay? Because he already knew how to use it. So he's in Barbados, and he went with his family, with his wife and his daughter. Now he has a wife and he has a daughter. And he was there in Barbados. I think it's April. And he's supposed to be in a state in the United States by May. Okay. But the earliest available seat on a ship was September. So he's not going to make it to his obligation. So what happened is he used the law. This is how we live in a virtual reality, a mental reality. Kind of like virtual, because we say virtual because it's electronic, but similar to virtual. It's mental. All right. So the title of this is going to be how Neville used the law after he learned it. How to manifest anything using Neville's story on how he used the law. And he said, okay, I can make this happen. So he knew of a ship. He knew the particulars of a ship, just like you know the particulars of a car. So he imagined himself climbing up the stairs onto a ship. He calls it some specific name, and then he looks back at his island of Barbados with his hands on the rail, because in that time you had to, well, at his time he had to take a little boat and go to the open ocean onto the bigger boat. So he saw himself climbing onto the bigger boat, so that means he already had to use the smaller boat, and he got into the top and looked back, held onto the rails, and was kind of sad, but happy. Sad because he's leaving his home of Barbados, his island, and he was going to do his obligation. So he was happy that he was going, but he's also sad because he had to leave his home. This is why feeling is so important. How would you feel if you were already in that position that you wanted, right? You can feel a little sadness, but you gotta also feel the success of it. You know what you desire, is what I'm saying. You know what you desire. See yourself doing the thing, having the thing. For him, he would fall asleep. He would drift off into like a little nap after doing that, because he did this during the day. So in this story, he's talking about how he drifted off into a little nap, and later he gets called by the company that he called to get tickets. Oh, excuse me. He gets called and tell him, hey, you know what? Somebody canceled and you could take this spot. And there's hundreds of people who are in line to get tickets, but for some reason they called him. He didn't ask why they canceled, but later on he found out that the woman canceled because she just felt she couldn't go. She just had a feeling. So when you do something mentally, you cause certain events that you don't see happen around you. They happen around you, and you don't know of it. The how is not your part. You just see it in your mind, and you take the inspired action, okay? If there's inspired action. Sometimes there is no inspired action, so it just fucking happens. Okay? It's just like common sense. All right? It's just common sense, man. If you want money, right? Like, for example, how I manifested 25 grand. Okay, I was saying affirmations. I said, how do I feel now that I received a fat check from my attorney? And my attorney calls, tells me he wants to come see me. And of course, I said, how do I feel now that I got a fat check from my attorney? Because I have a case right now. Like insurance, a car insurance case for me to get paid out. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's that time. And I want to go see him. He gave me a commission check. So it wasn't for the car case. It was a commission check. I didn't tell the universe, give me a commission check. I just said I knew that money could have come from that way. And so I said, how do I feel now that I got a fat check? And then it happened. Okay? It happened. Physically. But I was affirming it because hearing and speaking and hearing in your mind is using your imagination. Okay? That's imaginary audio that you're listening to when you're listening to your voice inside and within. So I heard myself ask, how do I feel now that I got a fat check from my attorney? And I felt good about it. Okay? So that means it happened already. It already happened. I feel good. Neville Goddard felt kind of sad but happy because he was leaving. He could have asked himself, how do I feel now that I'm leaving Barbados? How do I feel now that I left Barbados and I am on the ship? X, or I'm on a ship. Oh, I feel kind of sad because I'm leaving, but I'm happy. So that's how I use that. I didn't see my attorney handing me a check or anything like that. I just asked myself, how do I feel now that it already happened? Okay. But the commonality of those two experiences is the feeling. Okay, the feeling. Neville used an imaginary scene. I used a question, an affirmation. Neville also teaches this. He says, ask yourself, how would you feel now that you've achieved your goal? How would you feel if you achieved your goal? And feel that feeling and walk in that feeling and assumption that it's already done. Okay? And so, Neville gets to the U.S. on time, despite what circumstance was telling him. That no, there are no seats available on any ship until September. And he gets there on time. This is how you can overcome circumstance. Anything that you desire, you can have. But be wise. Make sure this is a good thing. Make sure you're not... Well, most of you guys are not in a negative vibration. And you're like, oh, I want to kill this person. Or I want to harm this person. Or I want to do this and that. No. You're here because you want to manifest your dreams. But it's always safe to say that. It's always good to say that. It's always a good reminder. You need to be at a high vibration. This is why I work out every day. And I'm able to do these because I have so much fucking energy. You get energy from movement. You don't just wake up with a bunch of energy. Okay? Okay. Find it. He's such a good boy. So, the story teaches us a lot of lessons. And this one, he did it himself. He didn't have Abdullah yelling at him, slamming the door on him, and telling him he went first class to Barbados. No, okay, because he already knew the law. All right. Marshmallow's rushing and running, trying to catch Destiny. I think they're playing. But Marshmallow gets a little sad because he can't catch her. So he starts whimpering. Okay? So yeah, look. Whatever circumstance shows you right now, say fuck it. Who gives a fuck? Now, close your eyes and imagine a scene that implies you've achieved it. Neville Goddard was on a ship already, okay, on his way on time. So he imagined himself on a ship. going to America, the United States, on time. Okay? That scene, him on a ship, implies that he is going. And the feeling, is a good feeling. It's not like, oh, I'm on the ship, but I'm not going on time. No. It's like, I'm on the ship and I'm going on time to meet my obligations. Okay? The feeling is important. Without the feeling, you don't get shit. Okay? And you build faith by watching these types of videos, reading material on this information every single day. I've been doing this for 6 years. And my life just gets better and better and better. Your level of happiness, your level of confidence, your level of faith, your money, everything just gets better and better and better and better and better using these laws. Okay? It's only those who don't know these laws that, unfortunately, you see them succeeding in one area but not in all of them. It's just belief. Just feeling like a success in money, in finances, in love, in intimacy, in sex, in relationships with friends and family, in health and fitness. Did I say that already? Health and fitness. No, I think I said money. Health and fitness. And in the positive mental attitude and being happy and having a fulfilled life. It's all mental. Take on the identity. If you were in a tag banging crew, maybe you're a thug. I ran into a few thugs recently. They were cool, but they were acting. We're all acting. We wake up every single day and we decide who we want to be. Who are we going to act as? Okay? Acting as is walking in the wish fulfilled. Okay? But a lot of people walk in the wish fulfilled using only the material shit. Okay? So people who live in like areas where there's a lot of gang members, they're like, oh, I want to be a gang member. They look cool. They have friendship. They have community. I want to be a gang member. Versus coming from within, listening to your heart. Oh, I want to be a astronaut, or I want to go to college, or I want to be an MMA fighter, or I want to have a girlfriend. The reason I didn't have that many girlfriends growing up in high school and shit because of my dad. He would be like, oh, I don't want no girls in the house. And I wasn't supported in that shit. But now I don't give a fuck. I choose my fucking life. Not my parents, not a friend. I fucking choose it. So you choose your fucking life. You choose what you desire. Okay? Circumstance is what you've created. Okay? But fuck circumstance in terms of what causes creation. It is you. You cause creation. You are God. You decide. You only need you. Okay? And you need to believe in you to have anything you desire. I hope you like this one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, comment on comment back, subscribe, so the channel grows and more people get to learn the law of assumption. I love you. Until next time. Peace.